Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? Our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I? I think it's sane, I think it's logical. What I don't you find? Are we, am I? As time goes by, I'll be a slip away. Should I do you mind? Are we, am I? I'm fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. This is the way it has to be. Tell me why you lied to me. Fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. I'm not afraid of you. How dare you stand this up as this love is fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my
Yes. 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 Hey, everybody. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another Saturday night stream. It's the Battle of Ontario, and I'm going to jazz it up as much as I possibly can. It's two teams struggling in dire need of points. The Leafs, 63 points in 59 games. The Sens, 64 points in 58 games. Need to catch the Bruins at minimum, who have 71 points. It's looking rough for both of them. Oh, Drew has an unfun stat on screen for me. Oh, well, here, let me just catch up. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah, I saw this earlier too. This is Leafs in games where they've been outshot. They were outshot 47 times last year, but they won 33 of them. .279 GAA and a .914 save percentage. You talk about a goalie giving you a chance to win every night. That's every night. This year, ugh. No, I think the team is playing worse in front of them, but this paints a bleak picture. 19 wins instead of 33. 3.37 goals against average instead of 2.79. And an 898 save percentage, down from 914, which is honestly, if you look around the league, not even that bad. Not even that bad. But it's definitely significantly worse than it was last year, and they can't afford it. They can't afford it. Jacob Maltese, welcome to SDP VIP. Jeffrey, welcome to SDP VIP. Jesse, welcome to SDP VIP. Local Man, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Steven, spelled biblically, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Average. I'm going to go with average. Welcome to SDP VIP. Brandon, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Justin Fisher, thank you for the 5 SDPN gifted memberships. Canadian Girl, tell these Leafs I'm recovering from brain surgery and need a win. Oh my God. Get well soon. Canadian Girl, get well soon's in the chat for Canadian Girl 8368. Who's always in here. Normac, sorry about the shingles on your dingle dangle. That was a year ago. We only talked about it now. Also, it wasn't on the dingle. It's perilously close to the dingle. I was somewhat afraid of the proximity to the dingle. Francois Labelle says, fighting for love. Zadine Magic. Let's go! Drew has the lines on the screen, and I wish he wouldn't. Kidding. Nyes, Matthews, Domi, Michelli, Tavares, Nylander, Cowan is back in the lineup. It's crazy that you have to beg them to put a 20-year-old in the lineup or do anything with them. Nicola Waugh, Bobby McMahon, Dakota Joshua, Scott Lawton, Nick Robertson. Oh, Steven Lorentz sitting. That's so crazy. So my son calls me Steven Lorentz to bug me. Long story. He's 5. My wife goes, like, he's playing tonight, right? And I go, yeah, unless he's hurt. Whoops. Oh, Drew asking the good questions. What's the minimum you'll accept for Nick Waugh? See, every Leafs trade proposal has people going, Leaf fans want way too much. They want way too much. But Nick Waugh makes $3 million next year. He's won a cup. He's a really good and versatile forward. Doesn't take any crap. I'd like a second plus, honestly. You're not getting into first territory. If you retain half, you might flirt with it, but probably not. And also, I don't want to do that. Here's the thing. Like, I would like the Leafs to sell at this deadline. I would like them to recoup assets. That doesn't mean I want them to stink. I would very much like them to win. A 4th? No, again, more than a 4th. Like a 2nd and like a 5th would be nice. Steve, do you trust Tree to rebuild / retool the Leafs, seeing his past with the Canucks and Flames? I think you meant Coyotes and Flames. No. Francois Labelle says, raise me up. Hope you're feeling better, Steve. Mostly. I'm only getting upset at I can't have coffee, or like I'm not supposed to have espresso. I've been having green tea, and then I looked it up and like or, like, frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I think 898 is league average this year. Yeah. Mr. Big Red, welcome to SDP VIP. John Acosta, my son asks me daily about watching your LFR videos. Any chance we get uh an epic rant tonight? Much love, man. Hey. Hey. I don't know. Because yeah, like Drew's in my ear. Like we're in weird territory where we're in sort of waiting territory here. I think the next epic rant is if the trade deadline comes and they don't do anything, right? Don't worry about it, Milo. I ain't. Tell Leo he's funny. Oh, I do all the time. Glad you're feeling better, Steve. Much love to you. Thank you, Wes Richard, and thank you for 5 SDPN memberships. If you get gifted an SDPN membership tonight, make sure you say thank you. Thank you very much. This past week with Matthews and other players made me sad. He's one of my favorite players, and I have a few of his jerseys. I don't know how to feel, SLS. You'll know how to feel when the moment arrives. And the moment is about to arrive. Right here, right now. Showing the anthems. Rather, anthem. And then we'll begin. These two teams are really, really up against it. The Sens are 7 points out, which is crazy because they have a +6 goal differential. Crazy to have a positive goal differential and be that far out. But if they win tonight, because they have a game in hand on Boston, they'll be 5 out. Still not great. Obviously better than 7. But ahead of the Sens are the Capitals, Blue Jackets, and Flyers. Ahead of the Leafs are the Capitals, Blue Jackets, Flyers, Sens, and Panthers. In before True Living has a "We Believe in This Group" press conference next Friday afternoon after trading away at the 2028 first for Trent Frederick. Hey, he scored today. Francois Labelle, you always crack me up. Francois, I don't even think he watches the game that we stream every week. He just watches the Habs and gives us the out of town update, which I appreciate. Dan Patrick, hi, Steve. I said Leafs would not make the playoffs and Matthews would not score 30, and Nylander would not score 25 when Marner left. What are my odds to be right? Well, playoffs is looking pretty good. What's Matthews at? Matthews is at 26. I think you're screwed. And did you say Nylander 25? Come on. I've been having issues with Hockey DB recently. No, you're screwed both ways. He's got 18. As long as both guys stay in the lineup, as in don't get hurt, they'll be fine. You see the goal moment in the Oilers game? I sure did. Puck is dropped. Here in Toronto, Battle of Ontario between the Sens and Leafs. That was a decent hit there in the neutral zone by the Leafs. Sens answer with a hard forecheck up the ice for Michelli. He finds Nylander. Turned away at center by the Sens. Penalty coming up to the Sens opening shift. I didn't see what it was. Michelli being hounded there, but don't score on your own net. Hands it off. Leafs looking to get something done here. McCabe, Nylander, Domi. And here they come downhill. Sens touch up. We'll see what the first penalty is. Heather the Avs fan, thank you for 10 SDPN memberships. You beaut. Again, if you get gifted a membership tonight, be sure to say thank you. Cousins. Was that roughing, elbowing? That's so weird. They'll never call elbowing, will they? They called it roughing. Tavares got hit in the fotch by Dylan Cousins. So we head to the power play. Puck is dropped. Sens, it's behind the net. Nylander can't win that away. Up the boards by Ridley Gregg, and the Sens get rid of it. McDangle absolutely hates signing that extension, says Connor. I don't know about that. Austin did not get booed, as far as I know. I talked about it on the pod. He won a gold medal fair and square, and I hope he doesn't get booed when they honor him for it. Said that on the pod. Hitting the what? The fotch. It's either the Italian word for face or the Italian slang word for face. I don't remember. Riley in the neutral zone. This power play. Oh boy, that's humiliating for the first unit. Berube just said, I've seen enough of this. Sends out the second unit about halfway through. McMahon around for Domi. He can't do anything with it, so the Leafs have to scamper back. OEL. Is he playing some of his final games as a Leaf? Perhaps his final. Domi, McMahon. There's 30 seconds to go here in this power play. Robertson. Take a shot challenge. Domi. OEL Domi. Domi. Handling. Nice pass, but to what end? Domi! Oh, he had a wide open net! And that's deflected out. Might have even hit the post. Oh, Domi. He had a lot of net to shoot at there. Whoops, it is. Oh, he just airmailed it. He knows. Matthews on the draw. It's Matthews, Willie, and Nyes out there with just seconds to go on this power play. Willie, Riley. I'm not sure what Riley was going for there. Matthews. Riley, wide open. He scores! Morgan Riley, 5-hole on Linus Ullmark. I don't think it's going to count as a power play goal. It was just as the penalty expired. Doesn't matter. It's a goal. 1-0 Toronto. Less than 3 minutes into the game. Oh, and it's Panama. Panama is the goal song. It should be the full-time goal song, dude. Full-time. Nice feed from Matthews. Great shot from Riley. It's a pretty goal. Wish it counted as a power play goal purely for the stats, but who cares? At this point in the season, I think we're beyond caring about stats. The standings, those are the stats that matter. Don't care who wins, but really hoping we get to watch a good game, says I am Lizy. Lizy? I agree. We deserve a good game. The last two have sucked. Fourth line out there for the Leafs. Bit of a moderated fourth line. Lawton's out there with Joshua. Big hit from Joshua and Robertson. Oh, Eller! Shot stopped by Wool. It is Adam's fave. Morgan Riley. Will he get traded? Pretty much no shot. Never know. Sedin Magic, damn it, I bench Riley in fantasy. He seemed like a safe bet. For who? That's my question. Good play by McCabe. Sens have some possession here. McCabe gets out of his own zone, knocked to the ice. Benise is after it. He's chasing Shabbat in the Sens end. Butcher, I was complaining about Riley as he scored. Yeah, dude. Well, that pass to Matthews, I know he was going for a tip, but like, you're a solid 6 feet. You're sending that like a solid 6 feet wide of the net. Even if Matthews gets a good tip on that, like, you're asking him to turn water into wine there. And I'm just not sure how he's going to do that. Cowan! He's on the ice! Oh my God! Cowan has the puck! He doesn't have it anymore. Justin, welcome to SDP VIP. OEL handling it slowly in his end. OEL. Nylander. Handed off by Michelli. Benoit. OEL. Benoit. Boys, get out of your end. Over 5 minutes gone here. 30 seconds in, Caulfield scores 1-0 Habs. Thank you for the out-of-towner there, Francois. Michelli to Tavares. This team struggles so much to skate with speed and the puck. Here comes... That was Cousins. Nick Cousins. Having two guys named Cousins is a nightmare. Sanderson. Zub. Shot. Stop by Wool. Rebound is also stopped by Wool. That was a little tricky. Amadio didn't get a ton on that. And Nylander clears the zone. Francois Labelle. Merci beaucoup for 5 SDPN memberships. Mon ami. Up from Spence. Is that icing? It is not. Zetterland in there. Clevin. Joshua. Robertson. Lawton lays the body. Maybe a turnover. Robertson has it. Robertson. Stick with it there, Robo. Lawton. Battling Spence. Joshua in there. Come on. This isn't the modified third line. That's what I called it earlier. That's just the straight up fourth line. Sens get it back. That's a decent fourth line shift. Sends right up the middle. Deflected. Oh, dear. Eller, first man on it. Leafs a little aloof there, but they get it back. Domi to Matthews to Domi. Oh, boy, Batherson. He's got a lane. Knocks over Wool. The net is off, but the Leafs have the puck, so we'll continue. Nice. Chips it in and chases it. And the Sens touch it, so they blow it dead. From Gar Gallant. My name is Gar, and I approve this message. SDPN VIP ad-free is the poop. Thank you. Watch them only play Cowan to build up his value to shop him while they double down on the rest of this god-awful group. Sorry for the negativity. I'm sad. This is 23 plaster. I don't think Cowan's getting traded. Oh, here it is. They're doing a ceremony. They're honoring all of them. So OEL. He didn't even get up. There's William Nylander. And I expect Austin is going to get a very loud cheer. He's getting cheered. He's getting cheered. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Nylander said if there's anybody else that I wanted to win it, it would be him for sure. Obviously. Heather the Avs fan. We are both under 2 weeks from being 38. Thanks. How do you feel, Steve? Aside from the ulcer. Those are her words, not mine. I did the same in my 20s. I feel like this last year blasted pass. Chat, we need more likes. I'm happy, man. I have a good life. There's a lot of love in there. It's nice. There was a bigger cheer for Willie than Matthews. I don't know about that, Butcher. Ozone draw. Leafs come up with it. Cousins, Sanderson, up the ice from Zub. Up the ice. Shot from Greg. That bounces around. Michelli tries to get out of the zone. Nylander can't get around Sanderson. Riley helps out. Into the corner. Funny bounce, so Carlo has to figure that out with Brady Tkachuk bearing down on him. Riley. Oh, boy. Nylander gets that away from Stützle, who had a head of steam there. Carlo dumps it as the Leafs change. Gold looks way better with a Canadian jersey, says Sedin Magic. I agree, but it's not our time. We didn't win it, and that's okay. Wool covers it up for the face-off. Steve, was watching your reaction to Game 6. The Game 6 Series W versus Tampa in 23 on repeat today. Just felt like it. You are so loved by many. Well, gosh. Thank you. That's nice. $11:54 to go in the first period. Leafs just 2 shots on goal, but one of them went in. So they're winning 1-0. Face off in the Leaf zone. Giroux versus Matthews. Domi helps Matthews win that one. Down the ice. No icing. Nice fighting for it. Domi after it. Sends. Can't quite clear the zone. Stützle has it in his own end. Now here they come. Up the ice. Deflected into the Leaf zone. Stetcher. Domi tries to bat that down. Doesn't quite work. Jensen. Wool. Ooh. To McCabe. Sends good forecheck. Nice. Gets it out into the neutral zone. Matthews lost it in his feet. Sends dump it. Wool. Whoop. Stetcher. Nope. He leaves it for McCabe, who gives it right back to Stetcher. Dumped by Pinto. Here's Nick Cousins. He's first on it with McCabe on him. Amadio. Wah. 2 teammates, former teammates with Vegas. Collide. McMahon. Is this one of his last games? Does the Leaf? Big hit from Benny on Nick Cousins. He's got to get back in the play, though. Off the crossbar. Oh, baby. That was Amadio, according to Chris Cuthbert. I thought it was Pinto. Wah. Gets it to McMahon, who shovels it out. I thought that might be icing. Good work there from Cowan. Great work from Cowan, fighting Jordan Spence for the puck. Robertson in there. Zetterlund can't escape with it. So Riley has it in his own end. Up by 1 in the first. Maybe they shouldn't sell. All right, we found Brad Treliving's burner. We found it. OEL. Battle along the half wall. Whoop. In the Leaf zone. Riley comes out with that. It's airmailed into the neutral zone. Lawton can't handle the bouncing pass. Robertson plays it back to Carlo, and we'll get some new bodies on the ice for both teams. Stetcher dumps. Allmark loudly being told to leave it by Nick Jensen. Ooh! Dylan Cousins just nutmegged Tavares. Don't let them score here. All right, Michelli gets rid of it and Tavares dumps it. If they win this one game, should they run it back? You know what, Vel? Who's to say? Oh, boy. Cousins, Kachuk, hand it off. Shabbat scores. Joseph Woll, like, ducked. He went, like, 9:01 to go in the first. The Sens tie this thing up at 1. A couple point-blank snipes from defensemen. The first coming from Riley, and the answer coming from Thomas Chabot, who basically starts this thing and ends it. Cousins, good work. That's a really nice read from Kachuk. Puck is almost not on his stick, and that's a well-placed shot. Wool did look really weird on that one, Drew. He, like, ducked, right? The hell was that? Del Taco Vista sent 5 SDPN memberships. Good to see you again, buddy. Who would you trade for Olivier from the Leafs? I mean, the Blue Jackets are not sending Matthew Olivier to the Leafs. But I would love that kind of player. It's just not a fit. It's just not a fit that makes sense. I'm going to be thinking about that the rest of the night. That's interesting. Rusty Mitchell will always have 2010 and 2014 and 2002 and 4 Nations and our 2 World Cups and 4 Canada Cups and 28 World Championships. Yeah, man. Like, listen, Canada's won a lot. They didn't win this one. It's okay. It hurt. It hurt. Still hurts. They didn't win. Matthews for Olivier. That might get it done. Might get it done. Should the Leafs be buyers or sellers? 78% of you say sellers. The other 22% of you are Brad Treliving and Keith Pelly. Pohl should have a third option, Zellers. That's 2 Canadian pilled. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends. Steve didn't get the poll joke. Maybe I didn't. Let me see. Should the Leafs be buyers or sellers? Oh, sellers and sellers. I'm an idiot. I didn't even see it. Olivier Waugh, Joshua, 4th line. Yeah, that'd be sick. But, like, what makes sense to give up there? Sens, like, pool cue it above Wool. But Matthews has it in his own end. Puck hits an errant broken stick, and it creates a neutral zone turnover. Sanderson gets it to Batherson, just managing to stay on side. Shot from Zub goes wide, and Spence has to retrieve it in the neutral zone. Pinto. Amadio has definitely been a factor so far in this game. Shots now 6-2. Starting to build up. 8:05 to go in the first period. McMahon first on it. In the send zone. Tries to keep it alive. There's no teammate there. You need those. Nick Cousins shoots. Stopped by the glove of Joseph Woll. 7:52 to go in the first period. Francois Labelle. Never worked at the zoo, but I worked at Zellers. What was it like? Did you get a discount? They had a diner? Drew says, did you eat at the diner every day? Zellers had a restaurant? I don't remember. We weren't like a Zellers family. Best restaurant in the world? Better than IKEA? Way better, says Drew. Wow, planting his flag. It's very patriotic of you. Leafs in their own end, trying to get out. It's not going so great. Carlo, Riley, still can't get out. Now they do. Wah just gets it out over the blue line, and the Sens dump it back in. Carlo first on it. Riley dumps it. No icing. That was actually really good there. But now here comes Cousins as the Leafs are changing. What a move. What a move again. Cousins has the crazy hands tonight. Jensen from distance. Wool knocked over by Brady Tkachuk. Brady in front. Brady again. And there's a penalty coming as we get a whistle here. And Joshua takes Brady to the ice. I'm not even sure who's getting the penalty. 6:57 to go in the first. 9-2 are the shots now for Ottawa. Benoit getting the only penalty on the play. Benny doesn't like it. He was getting into it with Tkachuk, who definitely makes contact with Wool. But it was a hold on Ridley Grigg. It's definitely a call, Benny. Hold or a trip. Yeah. So the Sens go to the power play. Leafs wasn't officially a power play goal. It was basically a power play goal. Let's see what the Sens do with theirs. In your opinion, is the game too slow now, and what caused it? Well, no, the game's not too slow. The Leafs are. The game is awesome. You go watch other teams out of town. They play great. The Leafs, besides not generally having a lot of foot speed, they can't string passes together. Now here come the Sens. Great puck movement, but they can't get a shot off. Brady with it behind the net. Brady's really being a facilitator tonight. It's at the blue line. That was Stützle. Bit of a hot pass there. Oh! McCabe got hit. Is he all right? He looks okay. Dylan Cousins. Hand it off. Stützle! Can't bury that against Wool. I don't know if that hit the side of the net or if Wool saved it. Sanderson keeps it alive. The Sens puck movement on this power play is awesome. Great pass block by Carlo, and the Leafs dump it. Really good special teams battle right now. I still think about the big Z burger at Zellers, says Thing Lizzie. Or Thing Lizzie or Thin Glizzy. Here come the Sens. Jordan Spence hands it off. Shot stopped by Wool. And he covers it up. Jeez. Leafs still, with less than 6 minutes to go in the first, have 2 shots. The Sens now up to 12. I remember at one point the shots were, I want to say, 4-2. Now it's 12-2. Not great. Matthews out there on the PK with 45 seconds to go. Leafs can't get rid of it. Shot! That goes wide in the net. Giroux under 40 seconds to go in this power play. Wow, that would have been nice from Pinto, but he misses high. Sends hard around. Giroux. Pinto. Shabbat. Giroux. In front! What a pass! Oh, nice. Can't clear it. Shot! That's blocked. 15 seconds. Halliday. Giroux. In front for Halliday. A deflection. Wool can't cover it. The penalty's over, and out of the box comes Simone Benoit straight to the bench. I still think Brady is trying to make up after getting thrown under the bus. This is Austin Walker by the Sens. Stop by Wool. Holy cow, man. Get the puck and take a shot. I don't know. Like, forget selling. And by forget selling, I mean, please sell. Oh my God. But like, fire the coach, dude. And you can say it's unfair to the coach or he's a good coach or whatever. Guys, this is the worst brand of Leafs hockey we've seen in well over 10 years. Well over 10 years. Drew has the Zeller's restaurant on screen. No, man, I don't. Oh, the red one looks familiar. Like the red. So this was the Brampton one, Drew? This is London, Ontario. You grew up in London? Oh, burger, shakes, fries. Damn, we used to be a society, man. Our general stores or our big box stores used to have this. Dude, that's so good. Damn. It's absolutely Canadian fine dining. How dare you? Even though I don't personally remember it. I'm old enough to remember Sesame Street cookies at Tim Hortons. Anyone get those? Would Cowan move the needle for Olivier picks? Stop trying to make Olivier happen. I want him too, but like, I don't know. I don't get why that makes sense for the Leafs. Like from a culture standpoint, I guess. But like, the Blue Jackets are also bad. Oh, they've been better recently. Anyway, forget sell. MLSE be like, clip that now. No! Coaches are like therapists. There can be a therapist who is objectively good at their job, but it's just not the right fit for you, says James Stemler. Damn. That's a bar. Nylander. Sanderson cleans him out. Tavares holds on to it. Eventually loses it. Now here comes Dylan Cousins, who's been all around it tonight. Greg. The Leafs still in their own zone. Like, this is brutal hockey. They're at home, bro. That's icing against the Leafs. 4:01 to go in the first. Icing against the Leafs. Draw comes into their zone. Shots are 14-2. They're lucky it's 1-1, dude. Brutal. Do you think that part of the problem is the Leafs lines don't stay consistent enough to build chemistry? I think they don't stay consistent because Berube's looking for a combination that plays well, and he's coming up with nothing. Like, there's no way these guys are on the same page, right? There's no way Berube thinks this roster is doing a good job, right? Every night or every video session or whatever you want to call it, he's telling them what to do. There's no way they're doing it. They're getting outshot 14-2, and they haven't made a trade since July 16th. You're telling me there isn't a disconnect? I respect these guys enough to believe there's a disconnect. There's no way they think all of this is working. There's icing against the Leafs again. Sportsnet says the shots are 14-2. Yes. Is your avatar a house finch? It looks like a house finch. Busted out the Merlin app today. All the birds are returning to the area. I don't care that it's February. Any self-respecting team would fire their coach after first periods like this, but this isn't a self-respecting team, says Burps McGurps. Matthews, Stetcher, gain center, which is a big deal in this game. Sens immediately turn them around. Dude, it's so bad. Remember smoking at restaurants? I do. Yes, I do. I remember people being really upset about changing the smoking in restaurants laws. I was a kid, but I remember it on the news. People were like, this is BS. Drew's talking about a designated glass room you could smoke and eat in inside restaurants. I remember there being smoking and non-smoking section, and it was brutal. Like there was no difference, which I think is the smoking or smoking joke. Zetterland, Wah finds Cowan. He cuts east-west. They're offside. There's another whistle. 15-2 are the shots. Good Lord. Wonder what's going to break in the locker room from Berube after this period, says Austin. His employment is my guess. With all your talk about Adam Fox, I've been thinking about what it would take to get him to Utah to respond to Makar, Hughes, Heiskanen in the Central. I'm thinking Hayton, Dursey, a first and a second. Good Lord, that's a lot. For Adam Fox. Drew says for who? Drew's not high on Adam Fox. That's a lot. That is a lot. I used to smoke while wait. Mike St. Jean. I used to smoke while baking at Timmy's back in the day. That's crazy. I remember the smoking sections on planes, says Francois Labelle. Islanders versus Blue Jackets, 15-2 respectfully. Score is 3-3. What? There's no way that's true. Drew's looking it up. Robertson has it in the neutral zone, hands it to Lawton as the Leafs change. Lawton chips it in, and he gets after it. Lays the body. Here's Robertson with it. Turnover. Can the Leafs take advantage? They cannot. They have it in the neutral zone, though. It's 3-3, but shots are 28-15, says Drew. Nylander loses it and then falls down and is slow to get up. Here come the Sens. What a move! Oh my gosh. Michael Amadio almost scored one of the nastiest, most disrespectful goals given up by the Leafs this season, but it goes wide. Nylander to McCabe. The shots are 15-2 in the final minute here. Very nearly too many men against the Leafs. Ovi scored to tie it up in Montreal. Any of you fantasy watchers. Here's Stützle. Stützle shoots, stopped by Joseph Woll. This is crazy. I'm waiting for the LFR when you where you went completely mad that your talking point from the opposing team in a win until dead-eyeing with the camera. What? Oh, like because I'm cheering for the tank? 2 shots, man. 2 shots. I know, dude. No Olivier Fine. Matthews for Brady Tkachuk. Whoa! You're just an agent of chaos there, Butcher. 1 minute later, Caulfield scores again. Shot attempts are, did I see that right, Drew? 27-4? These guys suck. Nice. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Stützle, Batherson, final 10 seconds here. Can the Sens take the lead heading into the second? They deserve it. No. Lawton puts one on net at the very end of the period. I don't think the Sens like that much. Interesting. Nothing doing. I don't think it even counted as a shot on goal. 15-2 are the shots for the Senators by some miracle in the form of Morgan Riley. It is 1-1. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Jared, Sens are shooting a lot of pucks, but they've hit a brick wall. Thank you. I'll be here all game. You know what? I like it. So when is Joker time, Chief? Like, are we talking about Craig Berube becoming the Joker? Because I think it's happening at intermission. Sedin Magic, are the Leafs allergic to shooting or something? They're allergic to putting themselves in a position to shoot. Leafs are shooting 50%. That is literally true. That is a statistical fact. Good Lord. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. 17-2 in shots is the fan base's fault, right? Yeah. Yep. Take some responsibility there, folks. Trade OEL retained to San Jose for Sam Dickinson and Kasper Holtonen. Can this work? Excuse me, one moment. Okay, Sam Dickinson was the 11th overall pick 2 years ago. He hasn't had a great rookie season. He's got 9 points in 47 games. He had 91 points his final season in junior, 31 playoff points in 17 games. And who's this Holtunen? House. 36th overall pick, second rounder from 2023. 6'3", 205, right wing. Did well in the OHL. He also was on that team with Sam Dickinson. Won a couple championships with the London Knights. Good but not spectacular numbers in the AHL with the San Jose Barracuda. But they're also living, breathing human beings and not magic beans like a first-round pick would be. Steve, just for always keeping it a hundo. Thank you, Kyle. If I was Wool, I would consider not coming back out. We've all had the same amount of shots this period as everyone on the Maple Leafs except Morgan Riley and Dakota Joshua. God, they're awful. Oh, geez, Joker Berube with a pencil. Meme Empress says, Dickinson. How dare you? How dare you? Drew, do we have a clip? Ooh, we have a clip from the Steve Dangle podcast. Do you guys trust the Leafs and their management heading into this deadline and heading into the future? Real quick before we throw to that, Kyle, also during the last stream, you missed my stat. I'm sorry. The Avalanche roster have the gold, silver, and bronze medals in them. Thought it was pretty cool. Are they the only team who can boast that? They got to be. Steve, what do you think of Eric Polkamp as the trade target with the Sharks? Currently leads NCAA D-men in goals and is a point per game there. I think the trick for the Sharks this deadline is to not overbuy, right? Because we've identified them. They got parts we want. The Sharks should want to hold on to that. So we're going to throw to a clip. We'll be right back here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Enjoy.
There is a huge disconnect between this organization and its fans. And this organization needs to understand that fans are not employees, and employees are bound to do what you tell them. Mm-hmm. Right? They are bound to go, well, that's the company vision. And even though I don't agree with it, I am paid to execute the company vision. As a fan, you're paying them. You're the one paying for access to the arena. You're the one paying for the access to wear blue and white and have your favorite player's name on the back. You're the one who's paying the Sportsnet subscription, which is outrageous and is going up big time over the next couple of years to watch all the games. You're telling me they're going to talk to me like I'm an employee? How about we just level with each other? These are some of the most educated hockey fans on earth. If you think you can corporate bullshit your way through this, you're out of your fucking mind.
And they're not happy. These fans are not happy because they have no reason to be. Why should I be happy as a Leafs fan right now?
Yeah. Now, we got trade deadline a week from now. And I will tell you this. If they go out, and Jesse's got faith, and I love Jesse for that, because I feel my gut, and then I hear Jesse's gut, and I'm like, all right, I'll trust Jesse's gut.
Oh, for me, if they don't make...
No, not if they don't.
Go ahead.
If they do, then I will applaud them.
Sure.
And that's the thing with the internet so funny. It's like, well, you said this a week ago. Well, I was presented with new information. If I am presented with information
July
that there is a direction for this team, that there's a reason to hope here, because I'm looking at it right now, and I'm trying to find what brand you are, what you stand for, your style of play, the talent coming up. I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it outside of the big stars. And if you tell me if I see in a week's time they're selling with the intention of not only adding a longer term piece eventually that's going to be a major part of their top 6 or their top 4 on D, if I see that, I will listen. But right now, the only thing that we have is the evidence before our eyes, which is they haven't made a trade since
July 16th.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the last couple of games. We were sold a raw bill of goods with Morgan Riley. There's no question about it. The stories about, well, he worked out and he's in great shape and whatever. Guys, I like Morgan Riley as a human being more than I think I've liked any Toronto Maple Leaf. This is a good, solid person.
He's awesome.
Who is quite skilled as well.
He's a great dude.
This system, whatever's happening, what do you mean he's out there on the penalty kill, Craig? What are you doing?
I mean,
I had some hope in practice the other day. They came out Wednesday with the Lions right after we finished recording, and they had him on the third pair with Benoit. I'm like, that makes sense.
Did they play a shift?
No,
together?
No, they went right back to the same shit that they do.
Boy,
and I'm trying to figure out. And you talk about Berube. We've talked about management. Jesse, Steve, what justification is Craig Berube giving you to keep this job beyond this season? Beyond the fact that, well, he's owed a lot of money, so
there isn't any. He shouldn't be the coach a moment longer. Like, I don't know how you can watch those two games and not at least entertain the idea of maybe they should fire him now. You know what I mean? This is not typically the time of year you fire a coach. Maybe you fire him now. And I tell you what, if you're trying to make the playoffs, which they're surely they're not, but maybe they are, maybe you fire him now. Guys, it's the most joyless, shitty hockey.
Oh,
they can't play it.
It's a
they
horrific
can't or
product.
won't.
It's a horrific product. It's a horrific product. If you're going to lose, be at least exciting.
I keep going back to the 2016-17 Leafs, which I think is a team that most people in this fan base would call the best, the most fun they've had with a team over the last 10 years. You know how many games, how many leads they blew in the third period, how many stupid goals they gave up,
how thin they were on defense,
how thin they were, how many dumb little mistakes, how fun. They were fun. This team, it's almost every game this season. Other team kicks their ass. Score effects take over. It looks like they were in it. And the result is close. Yeah. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. Obviously, there were 2 empty netters last night. You could argue, okay, take those out. It's 3-1. You had the goalie pulled. They're always in like goalie pull territory, right? They're not close. I'm here to tell you they're not close. The shots were 16-6 after the first period. The shots after it was 3-0 were 16-3. You were not even kind of sort of a little bit in it. And like, I love listening to different perspectives. And, sometimes Jeff O'Neill just states the obvious as a player. After getting killed by Tampa, ew. I added the ew, not Jeff, but ew. After that, the social contract or whatever it is no, you're not going to win every game. Sometimes you are going to get your ass kicked. But the night or the next game after you get your ass kicked, you at least come out of the gate hot. Ew. Joyless. The urgency. How many, like, Jesse, you've been at nearly all the home games this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times has there been a conversation that included something to do with, how do you explain the lack of urgency? The lack of urgency?
It's nearly every game.
Ew!
Yeah. Whenever they lose, it's because they don't show up for the first 20 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden they're down and they're fighting it, and then the last 40 minutes looks all right. But that's not how you play hockey at all. If you're trying to win the game, you have to play the entire game.
It's almost March, and I don't have deep analysis left. I only have ew. You very clearly either don't care or can't do it. And they always go, well, of course we friggin' care. Well, then you can't do it.
Yeah, and I think you've landed on the right thing. It's that it's a can't do issue.
Yes,
it's they're not capable of doing that and competing with these teams, especially a team like Tampa, who is just so good this season, and like Vasilevsky's playing at the top of his game, and you see Toronto go up against them, and it should be. It should have been 4 goals allowed in the first period. If they don't have
they're too called back.
The best video crew in the world.
So the video crew has as many goals over the last 2 games as the Leafs.
Yeah.
They have 3 goals disallowed. The Leafs have scored 3 goals, 2 by John Tavares, and they have allowed 10, which is actually 7, or 7, which is actually 10.
And it's 1 5-on-5 goal from the Leafs. Were 2 of those on the power play?
Tavares had a power play goal for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
not sure.
It's definitely not all 3.
And like, what was the score when they scored that power play goal?
Right. So, and then, one's the empty net. Oh, so it's not. So even if you count 5-on-5 goals,
right?
It's 1.
Like there were. I don't think they did. They make it 2-1 against Tampa, or no? It was 3-0, and then they made it 3-1. I think.
They got 2 goals. Remember the weird one that they shot on Vasi that went through?
Yeah, the Matt Nyes one.
No, they did. That maybe that was the 5-on-5 one, or no? I don't know.
No, because the goalie came out there. Anyways,
both
irrelevant.
games. Honestly, they were getting killed.
Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
They were getting killed.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't start on time. They don't have answers for it. It's like every single time in those scrums, they're asked about it. It's like, okay, where do you get that urgency from? Why couldn't you guys get ready in that first period? What happened there? And Berube doesn't have answers because he's watching his guys. He's not telling them don't show up for the first period.
Right.
He's
all right. We're gonna get out there and we're gonna drag ass for 20 minutes.
Right. And then you go. Or before that, you ask Austin about it, and he's like, well, we have to come out with a lot more effort there. We have to do better in the first 20, all that. They know what they have to do.
Yeah.
We need to accept the roster isn't capable of winning these games and doing what they are required to do. They don't have the talent to do it. And that's it. It's not an effort thing. Everybody who's in the NHL is trying to win games and play hockey at their best ability.
I like watching Nick Robertson play because I'm like, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying. I don't know how much of it's any good, but he's trying.
For him, it's a skill deficiency.
Well, maybe, but
that.
like, I don't listen. But that's the name of the game. If you don't have it, you better bust your ass.
You wish everybody on that roster had as much effort as Nick Robertson.
Yes,
that's what you're asking for.
They'd be in a playoff spot.
Oh yeah, but you wish they had his effort with better hockey sense.
Yeah,
sometimes you run around too much with all that effort. But if you can combine all that to a perfect hockey player, it'd be great. but they don't have that.
No,
and it's about time we all accept that.
I also, by the way, think Nick Robertson would be some pretty good value on that trade deadline.
Why not? I don't know.
I mean, they're going to need bodies to play for them next year, and they're going to need younger guys, and maybe you keep him. But the way he plays and stuff, I'm like, God, it's lost in the shit that this season has had. He's taken a step forward this year.
I'd like to see him with another coach.
Me too.
I don't want to give up.
I'd like to see him with a coach like a Dan Muse type.
And I'm not even saying like Berube doesn't treat him well. I mean, Berube has given him far more opportunity than Keefe ever did.
Yeah,
he is a better player. He's a guy with this trade deadline. I'm just not sure. I do like watching him play, but dude, they don't have it.
No,
the collective they don't have it. They're awful to watch. They're a horrible product.
Well, so this is the other thing.
Horrible.
Like I was.
Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, and tell all your friends. This is an interesting little segment that we just had because Drew's usually like, yeah, we got like, I don't know, you got like 7 minutes, you got 8 minutes or whatever. He goes, this one's 20. So like, just come back whatever you want. I'm here. We do need some Rancho Cucamonga talk. Oh, I guess that podcast is up. Right, of course. Yeah, obviously it's up. It's Saturday. That was a fun episode, dude. That was fun. The brand new SDP VIP, which, buddy, if you're an SDP VIP, you have access to the SDP VIP episode. So here's what you get. If you're an SDP VIP, your name shows up in green in the chat. Well, Steve, that's not enough. Okay. You get special access to emojis in the chat. Well, Steve, that's not enough. Okay. You also get access to the 4th episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every week. There's 4? Only if you're a VIP. Scroll, you jerk. Tyson, does Morgan Riley become a Norris candidate if traded to Tampa and coached by John Cooper? Okay. You're going to be like, no. Explain Darren Radish. Let me look up Darren Radish. He's having one of the least explainable seasons in the NHL. Okay. Although Cooper's been his only NHL head coach, to be fair. Undrafted. He's 30 years old. Heading into the season, his career high in points as a right-handed defenseman was 37. That is pretty good. You get yourself a right-handed defenseman who can give you 37 points a year. That's good. That's a good player. He had 33 the year before that. He's got 53 now. He has 17 goals. 17. This guy's on pace for like 25 goals. And he's over a point per game right now as a D-man. Randomly at 30 after never being half a point a game once in his career. Or actually last year. Let me do the math. Last year he was a hair over half a point a game because he was 37 points in 73 games. Puck is about to be dropped here for the second period. Puck is dropped. They were doing an interview and it sort of came up quick. Thank you to Laura. The Canes had 3 different medalists as well. Slavin won gold. Jarvis won silver. Aho won bronze. JD Atkinson, since November, I've said fire Berube, then hire Letestu. Interesting. Thoughts on new Pokemon starters? I haven't gotten into it yet. And Justin Fisher, the Young Bucks are from Rancho Cucamonga. Well, that's all I needed to know. Hell yeah, pro wrestling. Sens dump it. The shots are officially 17-2 for Ottawa. Leafs are at home. And even if they weren't at home, they're an NHL team. Like, good Lord. Giroux, nearly a turnover in his own end. Leafs applying pressure, but not much. Sens get out. Giroux hands it off. Oh boy, here comes Batherson. He falls. He shoots. Whoa! Wool got rocked and he's hurt. McCabe's hurt too. He just threw a cross check at Batherson while Batherson's down, but all involved are hurt. Stützle's down too. What the hell happened there? Batherson was driving the net. I don't think it was him. I think the other guy was Tim Stützle. What happened here? All right, hand it off to Batherson. He makes a great move on Stecher. Drives. Oh, Stützle hurts everyone, including his own guy. Batherson comes in. Stützle trips over him. I think he knees McCabe and Wool. Oh, he like kicked McCabe in the head. That could have been really bad for everyone, and somehow it looks like everyone's okay. Wow. Well, Stützle maybe not so much on the Sens bench. Do the Leafs get 4 shots by second intermission? We'll see. Sanderson on. Wool makes a save there. Domi off the boards. Nice. Trying to get after it. He gets it. A shot. That was Matthews. Tried to go between the legs. Doesn't work. God, that would have been beautiful. Nick Cousins lined up by Carlo. Riley chops it. Domi gets it. Coming up the right wing. Hands it off to Riley, who joins Nyes and Domi. Ullmark settles it down. Oh, Nyes creates a turnover. Matthews fans on the shot. Oh, he would have had a great chance there. OEL collects it in his own end. What? Francois Labelle. Stutz is down. What a surprise. Benoit. Cowan chasing after it. Sends breakout. Zetterlund dumps it. Hey, that was a shot, by the way. That might have been the Sens' 20th shot. We'll see if it's counted. Puck hops over a couple sticks. It's in the neutral zone. Sens collect. Clevin in his own end now. Spence. A little bit of trouble handling that. Spence and Cowan have low-key kind of gone at it tonight. Look for that. McMahon. OEL. I think that accident summarizes this whole season, says Austin Walker. Here come the Sens. Zetterlund. He's got OEL on him. Fired on from distance. Rebound, score. Dylan Cousins, who had an excellent first period, buries it on the rebound 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the second period. And Ottawa takes what felt like an inevitable lead. OEL's doing a decent job here. Leafs can't clear the zone. That puck hits Stecher in the shoulder. Stecher tried to direct it wide, and it's Cousins who buries it. Man, he's had an excellent night. Kyle says, so I know how to cheer. We want to win or a loss. I'm not sure we have a say in it, Kyle. Sens have it at the blue line. On. When was the last time a team fired their coach the week of the trade deadline? Shabbat. Shot. Stopped by Wool. It's been incredibly sharp tonight. Shoveled into the neutral zone. Shabbat has it. And he just re-racks. Riley. Del Tago Vista, thank you for 5 SDPN memberships, you beauty. Over under on fourth shot time. 13 minutes to go in the second. Something's going to happen. I should emphasize the puck is currently in the Sens zone, and I still said 3 minutes from now. And that's why, because it's gone. Zub. Shot. That goes wide. Domi. Matthews helps create a turnover. Nyes rims it around. Letestu is 31-12, 4-3 as Colorado's head coach in the AHL, says JD Atkinson. Oh, that's why. But I don't know if you can hire away a coach from another organization mid-season. It's kind of, I can't remember it ever happening. Michelli. Are the Leafs in danger of taking a shot? Nylander. They might take a shot. Stetcher. McCabe. That, I think, missed the net. And the Sens clear it. And this, no icing. Takes a funny hop. Stetcher. Are the Sens going to tie the Leafs shots in goals? Well, they're trailing by 1. McCabe. Sens, like, here's the thing. The Leafs dump. They don't chase. Sens offside, 14:32 to go in the second. And my prediction of the Leafs' next shot being with 13 minutes to go in the second is still alive. Knobloch was hired from the AHL to the Oilers. Yeah, but who was he with, though? Wasn't he with Bakersfield? This would be someone hiring. This would be the Leafs hiring the Avs AHL coach, which mid-season, I'm just struggling to think of another time where that's happened. I'm sure it has. But Drew, what do you think? Are we allowed? Can we have Mark Letestu? Oh, Drew says sure. You don't think Jared Bednar is getting fired this season? No. It is. Wow. Drew actually acknowledging it could be possible if they lose in round 1 again. Carlo in his own end. Turnover. McMahon gets it back. He's out there with Cowan. Oh, what a give and go. McMahon shoots. That goes wide. It's still alive. Here comes Ridley Gregg. That's directed wide. Jack Lucas. Gracias. Cowan's out there with Waugh and McMahon. OEL. Cowan. McMahon. Ekman Larson. Benoit. That shot is blocked. Oh my God. Waugh. The Sens take it. They can't get a shot. Oh, here we go. Dakota Joshua, who, by the way, has one of the 3 shots already. Robertson. Benny wanted it. Robertson loses the zone. 13-13 to go in the second. Come on, boys. Benny. This is my new favorite bit. Robo into the glove of Hallmark. With 13:04 to go. No, that's got to count as a shot. Why not? Because it was going high? Oh, I hope it counts. Because I was off by 4 seconds. Guys. That's the most hyped I've ever been for the 4th shot of a game in the second period. See, that's just clever as hell. I think this is from Bonjuro. I think the Leafs misinterpreted Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, stink like a bee. You could see. What's more surprising this season, Habs' position in the standings or the Leafs? Leafs. I'm not surprised the Habs are good. I'm not. Leafs step back. All right. This JD Atkinson, Knobloch was with the Hartford Wolfpack. Was he? Well, then, certainly on the table then. Chris Knobloch. Well, I'll be darned. Jeez. They hired him after 11 games, too. He had a 7-3 record with the Hartford Wolfpack. And he goes to the Oilers. Jeez Louise. Went 46-18. That's 46-18-5. Next year, 48-29-5. This year, has actually lost more games. The Oilers have lost more games than they won. 29-24-8. And I'm pretty sure they're still, what, second in that division? Third. They just fell behind the Ducks. Ooh. And the Ducks have a significant number of games in hand. Yo. What if the Oilers... Chad is calling for torts. Imagine torts versus blue and white disease. Immovable object versus irresistible force for real. That would be hilarious. I would buy tickets. Honestly? For the entertainment? Why not? Michelli in front! No shot. Nylander. Michelli. This is going to be a good LFR, I can tell you that. Shots are 20-4. Is it good when you get quintupled on home ice? Nylander, he's pinned to the boards and just gives up on the plate. You saw that, right, Drew? Just gave up. Sparky goalie, welcome to SDP VIP. Canada Matt, he shoots. He shoots. That goes out of play. Spriley says, one better, float like a butterball. It's 1:30 a.m. What am I meant to do? Watch this game, says JD Atkinson. I don't know, man. Note that the Sens have lost 7 straight versus Atlantic teams. They have? Yeah, that is interesting. The Sens helmet advertisement is like it's elevated. I don't like you called it a bubble, Drew. Yeah. Oh, here's nice. Take a shot. Skips over McCabe's stick. Oh my God, these guys are brutal. Butcher says, rate my snack: warm banana bread and chocolate milk. Oh, this is important. Does it have chocolate chips in the banana bread? I'm gonna say if no, 7. If yes, that's like at least an 8 or 9, right? On. Whoa, Drew says it's 3-9. Banana bread without. Okay, you ever bite into banana bread and you think there's chocolate in it and it's like walnuts? Oh, it's treachery. Spriley, over under on 5th shot. All right. I'm going to say 7 minutes to go in the second period. Drew says 10:30. So it's 11:37 right now. So I'm going to say 7 minutes, 24 seconds. What'd you say, Drew? 10:30? Well, here they come. Riley, it's behind the net. Cowan in front. Wall just missed it. I keep thinking it's a shot. They keep missing. Here's Cowan. Dude. Oh my God, this rules. Listen, you got to have fun. I feel like I'm getting back to my roots, honestly. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh. Sanderson in his own end. No way, dude. Zoob up the ice. Eller. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. Halliday. He stopped. Matthews is on the ice. It's coming, right? Surely it's coming. Here he comes. Through the neutral zone to Cowan at the end of his shift. Riley keeps the play alive in the O zone. No one's there. Drew, 10:30 is come and gone. These guys do stink. Yes. Oh my God. So funny though. Drew. No icing. Oh, that would have put it in danger. Stetcher. Up the ice. Domi. Around. Domi. Got Jensen all over him. He's all over Jensen, shoves him to the ice, but the Sens have the puck. Giroux. Oh my God. Batherson. Shots 22-4. The Sens have kind of stopped shooting too. Joshua off the glass. It's bouncing. Here comes Giroux now. Hands it off. Timmy Stützle. Try not to kill everyone there, Timmy. Hands it off. Intercepted. Into Stetcher's feet in front of the net. Robertson dances. These passes picked off. Lawton shoved to the ice there by Brady. Mac Attack says, went to San Jose, Edmonton today. Goaltender did not tend. My number one pet peeve. Here comes Jake Sanderson. Can't get the bank that he wanted. Here's Zub. Hands it off. Dylan Cousins. Amadio. Nylander. Can't get the puck off him. Amadio. Hounded. OEL. Can't get rid of it. Here's Amadio. Stopped by Wool. 8:22 to go in the second period. Ridic says, please play the Benny Hill theme. Aho says, at this point, you wonder if the Leafs could beat Team Italy. Also, Buffalo was up 5-0 on Tampa. Vasilevsky got pulled? Yo, he never gets pulled. What? Oh my God. Oh, Drew sent me the new Pokemon starters. Can you put this on the screen? Oh, the names. Okay. Brout. Is it Brout or Broughty? Broughty? Broughty. Okay. Pombon or Gekwa? Yo. Am I being a millennial by saying these suck? I don't know. Like, Drew, what was the last generation Pokemon game you played? You never stopped? How many, like, you're in a contest for money. How many Pokemon could you name? Like, out of all the Pokemon that exist? Drew says at least 400. Yeah, but there's like 1,500. There's 900. No, there's got to be more. A 1,025, he says. You easily name 400. No, you could get halfway. No? You would forget some. I could do the original 150, no problem. Friggin', I like the water type. I'll go with Gekwa. I usually like a water type. At this point, you wonder, oh yeah, I already read that one. Benny Hill theme. Watching the last two games, how can this team even retool for next year? This doesn't seem salvageable. Well, you start with a new coach because this is crazy. Over under 10 shots total for the Leafs. I'm going to go 12. Adam Wild. Hi, Steve. First time, long time. How does Berube survive beyond this game? He can't possibly coach again, right? Habit is the only justification. Sabres, good. Red Sabres, good. Maple Sabres, I deserve that. I'm a millennial too then because they do suck, says Sedin Magic. Only thing that can make this better is if this was a Western road trip and this was 1 a.m. against Anaheim. And Chiefy's Meefies. What annoys me about the new Pokemon starters is that they already have a grass type that's an owl. They didn't need another one. God, that's weird. Sens lean into one. And that goes wide. Shots 23-4 now. Wow. Shot attempts was over 40-11. You're offside, Easton. It's the second time tonight. 41-11 are the shot attempts. Here comes Jake Sanderson through the neutral zone. It's crazy the score is only 2-1. The Leafs are a shot away from tying it. That's the crazy part. Zetterland, Batherson, Zub, Sanderson, off the post. Eller, Batherson, shot, stop, rebound, stop. Another one, and that one goes off the post and in. Drake Batherson. What's Wool supposed to do? Clear the puck himself? 6:55 to go in the second. Shots are a billion to negative a billion. And the score is 3-1 Ottawa in Toronto. Blow it up. Fire the coach. Maybe even fire the GM, dude. What do you even say? What do you even do about this nightmare? What a snipe from Batherson. Holy. Wool did not give him much to shoot at, but he buried it anyway. Robertson stripped. I said 7:24. Where are we at? How much time's left? Oh, that's already passed. Dude, I was like pessimistic, and they still haven't had a shot. Spence. Stützle. Clevin. Picked off. Robertson. Ooh, Lawton falls over his man. Leafs are just out there playing whack puck. JD Atkinson, very few people will get this, but the Leafs need somebody who'd coach this team like Clington. Oh my God, the Leafs just scored! William Nylander on the rebound. The Leafs just pulled to within one on their next shot on goal. Less than a minute after the Sens take a 2-goal lead. Willie Stiles back in style. Brings the Leafs back to within one. How is this a 1-goal game? How? Lawton's out there. Shot. Ullmark can't hold on to that. That's a brutal goal. That's a brutal goal for Ullmark to give up. He can't stretch out. This shouldn't have been a rebound. And Willie, he's got to squeeze that in there. That might count as 3 shots right there. Leafs might have just nearly doubled their shot total, and it's now a 3-2 game with the Sens still in the lead. That's unbelievable. Willie somehow had 2 points in that Tampa stinker too. Like, it's so funny. Almost a turnover. Willie's 19th. To the guy who said he wouldn't score 25. They need someone to coach this team like a Klingon, not a Vulcan. JD Atkinson. Sorry, I was in the middle of that. We get a whistle and a commercial break so I can catch up. Butcher, we need a screws loose McCabe or Lawton meltdown. Well, how about a Lawton assist? March 6th, the Leafs trade the Maple Leafs to Buffalo for the Sabres. Plan the parade on Young. Berube, do yourself a favor and walk home after this period. Your health is not worth it, says Austin Walker. And then they scored. Del Tago Vista, thank you for 5 SDPN memberships. Meme Empress, not an owl, it's a bird. Still weird, though. Also, Sobel exists, so 2 out of 3 are remixes of similar animals. Very important to the Pokemon discourse. This feels like a good game for Dangle Pie, says Burps McGurps. I don't know. Dangle Pie might be retired. You never know. Francois Labelle, you screwed up. Leafs not allowed to have more than 2 shots a period. Sedin Magic, people paid money to see this. It's great when you see like the pre-goal ones and post-goal ones. Have you watched PokeBets on Twitter? Good TV time out game to watch. I have not. I will check it out. Drowsy Dan said this before. Time for plan B. Move SDP to Cali. Steve takes San Jose. Adam takes Ducks. Jesse takes commands the Crown. Oh, I mean, that's perfect. Did you see the bald eagles sitting on the Canada flagpole in Vancouver after the gold medal game? I did not, but that's a little perfect, isn't it? STL to the max. Not a great night for me to have Vasilevsky in fantasy. Oh, thoughts and prayers. Also, if the Leafs were only allowed to trade one player, who would you want it to be? Bonus points for most favored destination. Riley, San Jose. Dangle Pie outlasting PewDiePie would be crazy. Allmark gets a kickback from Berube. Salary. Wool, 885. Allmark, 714. Is that tonight? Well, yeah, it's got to be tonight. 714 on the season. Can you imagine? And Dan Patrick, that was me that said that, Steve. I still think so. It's not looking good, bud. Not looking good. Shots now 26-7. I was right. They did get 3 shots on that shift, on that one play. McMahon tries to get rid of the puck. Can't. Here come the Sens. They have a lane. They have a shot. No bueno. 5:09 to go in the second. We get another whistle. Heather, the Avs fan. Avs win. Oh, that's good for me in fantasy. Yeah, let's go. Cale Makar, 2 goals. I do have him, but I don't have him in my lineup. Well, sorry, in NHL Fantasy Stars. Yeah, Drew's like, who the hell do you? Because this is crazy. Mackenzie Weegar is actually higher rated, and I have him and Zach Werenski, and Werenski went off. Luckily, 2 assists, 5 shots, 2 hits, and a block. But yeah, having Makar would be nice. It sucks because they keep putting Weegar in ahead of him, and I keep going, no, I'm not doing that. And I put in Cale. Batherson scores. Giveaway in the neutral zone. Batherson gets his second of the game, second of the period, and the Sens regain their 2-goal lead. Matthew Nyes doubled over. Not sure exactly what happened to him, but he looks sore. And their Leafs bench is talking about it. So this is interesting. Stützle is well offside, but Nyes is the one who brought the puck into the neutral, or sorry, from the neutral zone into his own end. He loses the puck because he's hit. I think by the nature of the rule, this is a good goal. Leafs are challenging it. This is a gamble. Heads or tails says if Ottawa had NHL average goaltending, they'd be a top 5 team in the East. Change my mind. I mean, I'm not going to try to change your mind. You're right. Has a coach ever been fired mid-game? Maybe tonight. 5 SDPM memberships from Heather the Avs fan, from Cameron McKinnon, and from Del Tago Vista. Thank you to all of you. Steve, I texted you, but I said shots are 20-3 within 13 seconds left in the second. Is that good? I mean, it's crazy you're even that close. Nyes does not look comfortable. Matheson scores. It's 3-1 Habs. This is Francois Lebel. So, like, yeah, Stützle is like a million miles offside. That's not what they're reviewing. What they're reviewing is, did Nyes yeah, Drew, I don't know. I think I'm on your side here. I don't know how this comes back. Yeah, and the linesman enthusiastically was like, "No, no, no." I don't know how you call that back. This is a long review here. 4:45 to go in the second. 4-2, or maybe not. Yeah, it looks like they're done. Let's see the call. Play was onside. Leafs video crew finally gets one wrong. Leafs down 4-2, and now they got to kill a penalty too. I just don't know. I mean, Nyes, yeah. So the argument is Nyes didn't have control of the puck. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah. No, that one's wrong. I don't. That's a weird one. Drew says even your video crew is tired of this season. Batherson trying to draw another one. Spriley says Sparky done the Leaves dirty. So the reference there is Sam Kim on the Leafs video crew, who's incredible at his job, used to be Sparky the Dragon, the New York Islanders mascot. That is true. Sanderson, Stützle. He's in the corner. Finds his man, shot, scores. Yikes. What a pass and what a goal. Dylan Cousins. The Sens are absolutely running away with this one. Shots 28-8. Goals 5-2. And wow, Joseph Woll's getting pulled for Anthony Stolarz right now. Shay says, not only do I want golf shorts banned, I want all shorts banned in Toronto. Thanks, Pelly. You suck. I hope it's a mercy pull. Del Tago Vista sent another 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Hey, if you got gifted a membership by Del Tago Vista, be sure to thank him and the Sens. Should Wool stop that? I mean, didn't it go off the friggin' bar? Oh, went off his glove, then the bar? Well, then, yeah. Adam, Leafs took a shot at the offside. Does it count towards the shot count? No, it doesn't. Wow, they just showed the most miserable looking Leaf fan ever. I blame Wool. 0 shots on goal in 2026. Sedin Magic. And that's why challenges like that aren't advisable. I don't get it. Del Tago Vista, that's the last one. I still have to pay rent. That's valid. That's valid. Here they come again. Stop by Stolarz. Oh my God. OEL hands it off. Sanderson. Drew just goes, you know who sucks? Michelli. Well, Michelli looks like he's hurt right now. Stützle. He misses short side. Stopped by Stolarz. James says tonight a Habs fan was born. Damn. Ghostface voice. Time to burn it all down. Here come the Sens. Kicked away by Stolarz. He falls down. Shabbat. Are they going to get booed? Stützle. This is brutal. There it is. Yeah, they're getting booed. It's 31-8. The ref just kicked it to Stolarz, and he gave it away. Michelli throws it down the ice, and that's icing. 2:22 to go in the second. They're getting booed. Welcome to the Bleu Blanc et Rouge side, says Francois Labelle. Matthew Schaefer just put up his 19th goal of the season. STP reference. That's crazy, man. He's crazy good. Uyghur's rated higher because of hits and blocks and shots and stuff. By the way, feel like I should explain that. Sens in front. Directed wide by Stolarz. Can Steve guess what the deserve to win-o-meter says? 8%. The Leafs are 8%. Matthews is stopped. It's on screen. 12% or 11.6, rounding up. Honestly, I think that's too high. I think that's too high, dude. Shot tips. Oh, there's the Leafs. There you are. So we lose Marner and this team is no longer competitive. This is so insane, says Cameron McKinnon. MacGuffin Virtual Productions, welcome to SDP VIP. Odds on Tree giving Berube his full belief tomorrow. Oh, boy. I don't know. Cousins. I'll just have to catch up at intermission because this is crazy. Riley. Minute to go in the second. Leafs down 5-2. Shots 31-10. Here comes Cowan. Nope. Swatted away. They're going to get booed off the ice so loudly at the end of this period here. Clevin. Cowan misses that hit so bad. Icing against the Sens. Logs on, sees goals and shots, goes back to bed. That's valid, Renatmon. I understand. If I'm the Leafs, I'm blowing the whole thing up, and that includes the imprints of Harold Ballard's hands and feet in Maple Leaf Gardens, says Leaf Hopestead. I'll drive Berube to Pearson. It's over. You want to be in the car with him right now? Do we get a Greg Clapper on an empty net tonight? Dude, there's no way they're going to be within range to have the net empty. I cannot believe the media is playing this bad, says Adam. So many boos at Scotiabank, you'd think it's Luigi's Mansion. Here we go. Final 10 seconds coming up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not even that loud. Fans are just over it. They're just over it. John Acosta, I think I missed yours from earlier, dude. Looking forward to a stress-free summer. Looks like we both will. I think you sent me one earlier. Let me go. It was all the way at the top, and I think I missed it. Oh, no. I did get to it. My bad. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Good grief. Good grief. Real, welcome to SDP VIP. You know what I want to do, Drew? Can I name all 150 original Pokemon? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I would be more enthusiastic if I knew management was going to do anything these past 2 games and then this. What does management need 2 weeks for? I don't know, dude. Pelly, but we made the playoffs 9 years in a row. LOL, glory hunters. If this was the EPL, we'd be cheering, let's pretend we had a shot. Hey! And I thought today's Newcastle game was bad. Yay, 2 a.m. hockey, bedtime. No one's going to blame you, JD Atkinson. Berube will be fired 5 minutes after the pod is uploaded on Monday. That is the way. What an absolute effing garbage game, says Pudnick. Pokemon quiz is a thing you can do that with. There you go. Well, Drew's got it. You're going to bring it up on screen. Okay. With the way Toronto is playing, what are the chances they give up a goal during the second intermission? Great stuff. I'm tweeting this out. Screw it. I'm naming all the Pokemon. I miss the Team Canada streams so much. Oh my God. By the way, thank you to J City STL who tweeted me, the King has returned. The Devils were up 2-0 in St. Louis. Jake Markstrom went for a goalie goal. He gave it away and got scored on. Truly the man who built Dangits. I owe him a debt of gratitude forever. Can't wait to hear about this on the Monday podcast. Is bar down, and I checked in at 1-1 start of second. What happened? Nothing. Leafs did nothing. All right, Drew, you ready? Let's go. Let me know. Okay. Pikachu, Raichu. Okay. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. This is going to take Drew forever. Oh, you got to get the spelling right. Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. Neat. How do you spell Venusaur? Venusaur or Venusaur? Okay. Bellsprout, Victory Bell, Weepin' Bell. I think I skipped one. They're saying it's Venus, like Venu. Venus, or is it Weeping Bell or Weepin' Bell? Just Google it. Google it. Nidoran, Nidorino, Nidoking, Nidorina, Nidoqueen. Do you have to put like Nidoran male, Nidoran? Oh, it's already done. Okay. Isn't there one called Taurus? Chansey, Jigglypuff. Google Chansey. Okay. Chansey, I said. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. Geodude, Golem, Onyx, Zubat, Golbat, Psyduck, Golduck, Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, Mewtwo. Let's get him out of the way. Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, Meowth, Persian, coughing, wheezing. I'm just going all out of order. I don't even care. Arbok, Ekans, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Mankey, Prime. Isn't it Primate? Primate. Yeah. Um, was that? I have 98 to go. Executor. Does Mew count? Probably not. Oh, you already got Mew. Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Lickitung. Zapdos. Friggin' Moltres. Articuno. This is what I did instead of having girlfriends. Eevee. Vaporeon. Flareon. I'll get back to him. Jolteon. Voltorb. Electabuzz. Yeah. Voltorb. Electabuzz. Magmar. Pidgey. Pidgeotto. Pidgeot. Vileplume. Spearow, Fearow. Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar. Marowak and Cubone. Yeah. Snorlax. Ponyta. I didn't really like the fire types, which is why I get. I know. What does Ponyta evolve into? Rapidash. Okay, so did I said Vulpix, Arcanine, and Growlithe. There's a ton of water types too. I said Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Vulpix evolves into Ninetales. Let's go. I said Mewtwo. I said those guys. Onyx, I said. Friggin' Hypno and Drowsy. I know Vileplume is the third. I'll remember them. Oh, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Diglett and Doug Trio. Doug Trio's so underrated in the game. Anyway. cheap, is what he is. He's cheap. Did I say Poliwag? I said Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Okay, Poliwag. All right. Let's I'm cheating off of my list. I have 6 minutes left. Oh my god. No, I know. Coughing, wheezing, Vileplume, Tauros, Kangaskhan, um, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan. Oh, Rattata, and Raticate. I was trying to figure out what 19 and 20 are. That's definitely them, right? It's got to be. Yeah, Raticate and Rattata. R-A-T. Okay, okay. I know there's some bugs. Lapras. Um, Shelter. Cloyster. Goldeen. Friggin' Magikarp and Gyarados. Goldeen evolves into Staryu and Starmie. Oh my god. Dude, I'm 37. I haven't looked at these in so long. Okay, let me look. Voltorb. Electrode. There's the name. Jeez. Oh my god, that was driving me insane. Executor is from friggin' Shell. I can picture it. I know what it looks like. It's just a bunch of eggs. And one of them's cracked open. Weedle. Execute. Who are the fossils? Kabuto and Kabutops. I said the ghosts. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Diglett, Alakazam. Oh my god, Bellsprout, Victory Bell. Geodude's second form. Okay, so Geodude, Golem. Geodude turns into. Machoke, Machop, and Machamp. There's 3. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. All right. Flareon, Electabuzz, Magmar, Starry. Man, I'm missing. There's a big chunk there in the 70s to 90 that's just eluding me. I'm missing a lot of one-offs. Oh, Seal. And evolves into I think I might be fizzling. Oh, Drew is helping me cheat now. Dugong. You know what? That's as far as I could go. But okay, yeah, 2 minutes left. Let's just try. Goldeen. Oh man. The evolution of Goldeen. I said Hypno and Drowsy, 43. Golbat, Zubat. What does Vileplume evolve from? Gloom. And I know the annoying little. I hate it. I hate that gym too. I hate that gym so much. You got to use friggin' 1,000 potions in between. What does it start with? It's Geodude. Oh, Graveler. Yeah. You're a real Pokemon OG, eh, Drew? Like, you're not struggling with this at all. At all. I'd like a tiny break after this, by the way, but SDPN said Oddish. Oh, it's Oddish. Friggin' hate Oddish. No, we got Ekans. Agumon is a Pokemon. Yeah, I give up. Scyther, some people are saying. Oh, I can see
Trying to write with nonstop pings? That's where Grammarly comes in.
Venonat. Oh, we got an ad. What the hell? Venonat, Venomoth, Grimer, Muck, Shelder. I thought I said Shelder. Slowpoke, Slowbro, Magnemite, Magneton, Farfetch, Doduo, Dodrio. Oh, Krabby and Kingler, Rhyhorn and Rhydon. I was thinking of the other Safari Zone ones. Tentacool and Tentacruel I thought of but never said. Clefairy, Clefable. Damn it. I think it did pretty good considering this has been out of sight, out of mind for God knows how long. I promise to be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. We'll be back for the third period of a game where the Leafs are just getting their ass kicked on SDPN.
All right, what's up? Listen. Oh, wow, this week's going to look a little different because Steve Dangle, he's a little sicky boy. He's not feeling the best. So I'm filling in for him. My name's Adam Wild, if we've never been acquainted, and I'm really excited for this. Oh, wow, this week what's special about this week of Oh, wow is we have a player at the beginning and a player at the end. And at the beginning, they're on one side of the puck. At the end, they're on the other side of the puck. That player's name is Lucas Moore. He's a defenseman for the Oshawa Generals. He spent better part of the last 4 or 5 years with the Brantford Bulldogs, even won an OHL championship. But let's look at this ridiculous steal that he pulls off. Just play the clip.
He's at center ice, and he'll dish it to Posthumous.
I lied. I'm already back. Here we go. Third period is about to begin. The Leafs are down 5-2 at home to the Ottawa Senators. Top line. Oh, never mind. Lawton, Nyes, and Joshua. All three of these guys. No. Joshua. Lawton can't keep it alive. He's trying, though. Hire Whitley Bay Warriors head coach Tony Hand for the Leafs. I would love that. Producer needs to play along himself with all of them, though, just to see if at least 400 is accurate. Dude, I believe him. He was unreal. Now I want to play Pokemon Game Boy games again. I never beat one. You never? Red, Hold, and Crystal. I assume you mean Gold. Look in the tunk. I think he means trunk. If the playoffs started today, we would have a series between Buffalo and Detroit, and immediately one would have half as many series wins as the Leafs in 10 years. So the plan is, if the Leafs don't make it, lol, that I'll probably stream whatever the Habs series is. I think I'm obligated to do the Red Sabres. I don't know. Any thoughts on the new Pokemon starters? Oh my God, you're late, eh? Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Up the ice. McMahon in front. Nothing. Icing against the Sens. Would you be okay attaching a sweetener to move Mo? Yep. Shots 31-11 for the Sens, 18:32 to go in the third. Alex says, wait, no, I'm late too. Please tell us your Pokemon starter thoughts again. I like Squirtle, usually. Machelli, on! Stop by Allmark. OEL to Riley, who has one of 2 Leaf goals tonight, if you can believe that they have 2 goals. Shabbat handles the bouncing puck in his own end. Jensen. Even the cameraman's checked out. Holy cow. Jensen. Just tweeting out third period. No icing. Allmark out of the net to play it. Joshua to Robertson, or rather Waugh to Robertson. Cowan. On! From distance, Stetcher misses the net there. Doc scored in the second for the Habs, 4-1. This is Francois Labelle. Cowan. Hands it off. McCabe. Riley. Dumps it. Is Whooper the Jeff Skinner of Pokemon? Yes or no? Holy. Drew, can you answer that? Zoob. Cousins. Is Whooper the Jeff Skinner of Pokemon? Yes or no? Drew goes, Drew's follow-up question was, is Jeff Skinner useless? Dylan Cousins, Ridley Gregg, shot, stopped by Anthony Stolars. The Sens crash, and Stolars is chucking knucks. And wow, going right at Jake Sanderson is Bobby McMahon. There's a big pile up here. Big pile up here. Domi's going to get his piece. Domi's going at it with Nick Jensen. McMahon's in there too. Now Domi's fighting Sanderson. And he's punching him while sitting. Now Lawton's going. You got the impression this was coming. Benoit's on the ice. This is basically a who's who of people who actually give a damn. Nick Cousins fighting Scott Lawton. These guys might have even been teammates in Philly. Weren't they? Cousins is just shaking his head because he doesn't want to go, and he gets taken to the ice. And once Lawton's down, he throws his first punch and misses. You suck. I think there's going to be a lot of misconducts here. Cousins and Carlo appear to be the only two actually tangled up. Might be a third man in on, I wonder about Domi. We'll see. Tony Hands Warriors win 4-3 versus Paisley. Tony Truther. Thank you. How the hell do they only have 11 shots on goal? They had more punches thrown, Rennemont. I mean, there's no need to shank Stolars like that. Like, to me, that's a completely appropriate reaction from the Leafs. But Domi going after Jensen's nuts, and then Sanderson jumps in to help. And Domi says, all right, I'll go you too. That's crazy. McMahon had Jensen in a headlock. Shay said, so now we get back to things that matter. Pokemon. When my daughter turned 10, we started playing every generation of Pokemon on real hardware. It's been great, but pricey. We can't wait for Wind and Waves based in the Philippines. That's awesome. What a way to bond. So, like, are you playing on the original friggin' Game Boy? Like, did you find an old one, or are you playing on an emulator? Gonna take the refs a little bit to sort this out. Steve, thank you for being amazing. Thank you. Any odds on a suspension getting handed out from this brawl? Maybe, but like who? Only guy half deserving is Domi, and like I think he might just get a misconduct. He's in the box right now. Shenny, welcome to SDP VIP. Ahoskova, honest question. You're Tavares, you're 35, and the Leafs are looking like they look. Most probably no playoffs. Is the move to call up and say, hey, here's my list of teams, I'm gone by Friday? I don't think he would do that. You got to remember he's got 3 kids also. You signed the contract he signed to stay. Five on 5. All right. What are we getting here? Like Sanderson's just over at the Sens bench. Buddy, you fought. Sort of. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I don't know about fought. 32-13 of the shots, 16-26 to go in the third. I love that reaction. There was no reason to poke Stoli there. No reason. I mean, you're getting murdered. You might as well show that you exist. Jump scare. I forgot Reimer was on the Sens. Two minutes for roughing for Cousins. Domi, 2 minutes for roughing in a game misconduct. I can't keep up with you. I can barely hear the in arena guy over the broadcast. And there's no way it's already up on the website. Ovation. I imagine that's for Domi heading off the ice. Oh, it's a replay. So Domi not kicked out of the game. It's just a 10-minute misconduct. Lawton, I think that was McMahon and Domi in the box. And for the Sens, that's Nick Cousins. I don't recognize the other guy. Somehow 5 on 5. That's hilarious. And the Sens, hard forecheck coming back out of this break here. Surprised they didn't just give everyone 10, says JD Atkinson. Honestly, me too. Renneman, I'm upset because the Leafs could win or lose this game, and it'll still be the Leafs' way. You're so right, dude. Joshua got bumped pretty hard there by Zetterlund. Didn't like it. Joshua, Waugh, and Nyes out there as a line. Good pressure from Joshua, who's maybe the only Leaf who's looked good tonight. Nice. Oh, my gosh. Almost had a chance in front. Almost a 2-on-1 for the Sens. Zetterlund around. Stolars comes out of his net to play it. McCabe finds Nylander, but offside. Shabbat giving him a bit of a hard time. Jordan, Habs fan here. I'm actually hoping the Leafs get it together next season. Nothing better than Habs and Toronto good at the same time. Best rivalry. Dude, I agree, and the Habs are killing it. Jensen on, block it away from Stolars. Stetcher. Airmails it. Stützle gets that instead of Cowan. Here comes Giroux. Stetcher turns him back up the other way. Matthews out there with Nylander and Cowan. Nylander lined up a bit there by Batherson. He lays a hit. Nylander laid a hit. Icing against the Sens. Shay says, so for generation 1 to 3rd generation Game Boy Advance SP with link cables, 4th to 8th Nintendo 3DS local room, 9th to current on Nintendo Switch. Dude, that's dedication. On from Robertson, gloved by Allmark. Face off in the Sens zone. Leafs still down 3. Little under 15 minutes to go in the third. Zub. Is that going to be icing? No, it is not. Riley around for Carlo. Tavares picks it up. He's out there with Riley and Michelli. Fans on the puck. Robertson tries to keep it alive. It doesn't work. Brady Tkachuk gets that deep and goes after Carlo. Clevin, oh, geez, hits that into a stick and breaks it. Since you have a very exciting enthusiasm for the WHL, what do you think of Joshua Ravensburg? And I mean, he's incredible. Didn't he get into a goalie fight? Pretty sure we featured that on Big Dubs, first round pick of the San Jose Sharks. He has incredible numbers in the WHL. You know, there's been some worry about Canadian goalies and everything, but there are legitimately some really good guys coming up. It's just a matter of if they actually translate at the NHL level. Matthews throws the body. Matthews being screwed with there by Clevin. Stützle dumps it. Batherson. Nyes airmails it. Joshua after it, trying to create problems for two Sens defenders, but Jensen escapes. Jensen. Shabbat. It's in the Leafs' end. Under 13 minutes to go here in the third. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Robertson creates a bit of a turnover. Robertson, great work along the half wall here. I love this kid. I love how hard he works into the glove of Ullmark. 12:25 to go in the third period. Nick Cousins' 700th career game. This is Kyle Bukauskas. We're in commercial break. Leafs still getting dummied. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. JD Atkinson, reminder to all considering your bandwagon 2026 playoff pass application forms must be completed by April 18th. Late applications will not be accepted. Very important. Oh, do I have a favorite bird Pokemon? This is a great question. Articuno. Always loved Articuno. I'm You know, Steve, why do you still play Red Dead Redemption? Well, the way I played Pokemon should explain a lot about me, because I would try to do things different every time I played it, and I would still end up with the same guys. It was either Blastoise or Venusaur. Because Ice Pokemon in the original Pokemon game, so I had Pokemon Blue, Ice were so OP. So I would do probably Venusaur or Blastoise. Teach Blastoise Ice Beam. Probably Earthquake and Surf. Doug Trio, Articuno. Like, those were the constants. Sometimes even Vaporeon. Like, dude, Ice was so OP. It was so ridiculously OP. Robertson seems like a prototypical Canes player. Tries hard, skates fast, can't score. Well, I don't know about can't score. He's got a crazy shot, but he does match the Hurricanes prototype. I do agree with that. Can we all agree Dylan is the better cousin? Yeah, geez. 100%. And I know you spelled it wrong on purpose. Every time I hear Sellers, I think of Zellers. Is that just my inner Canadian missing Zellers? Oh, Spy Kitty, you're late. We were talking all about Zellers earlier, the restaurant and everything. Wait, you'd try to do things different every time in games, but end up with the same guys? Sounds familiar. This is therapy right now. There's got to be an emulator where you can play the Game Boy Pokemon games, eh? Yeah. Oh, Drew says it's free on the Switch. Like, you can play Pokemon Blue? Fire Red and Leaf Green just came out yesterday. Uh-oh. My nerd tick wants you to do the same, naming all aircraft of the Canadian Armed Forces. Oh my God. Okay, now name 151 former Leafs. I could legitimately do that. Now that's one. Drew, how much time you got after the stream? Drew just goes, we're not doing it. Could be a video idea. 4-on-4 action here. Oh, Justin Fisher, I'll hook you up with the iPhone app. Oh, baby. Name 50 birds. Go. Oh. We got a game. It's just Julia. I'm pretending that it's still winnable. Here come the Sens. It's Brady Tkachuk. He shoots. He's stopped by Stolers. God, that would have been funny. Rank the 151 Leafs by Biest. Now we're cooking with gas. McMahon. He blows an edge. Oh, no. Tkachuk. Stopped. Rebound. Nothing doing. Matthews to the neutral zone. Riley. Shot. Swatted away by Allmark. Up the ice. Oh, Batherson offside. Exactly 11 minutes to go in the third. 1:09 to go in 4-on-4 action. Would Berube count as a former Leaf twice in like a week? Says Spriley. That's really good. I think just once. No, we're just doing players. Alex, migratory birds are starting to arrive at Lynn Shores as an FYI. Oh. Be still my beating heart. Oh. Here comes McCabe through the neutral zone. Nylander. Shoots. Blocked and out of play. 10:45 to go in the third. The birds are 100% starting to come back. I've been noticing. Crick P Cream says, make like Wall Street and sell, sell, sell. Nylander finds McCabe. Nylander through traffic into the glove of Volmark, but he plays it. Stützle. Still 4-on-4 action. 40 seconds to go in 4-on-4 action. 10:30 to go in the third. Shabbat hands it off. No shot. Wah. McCabe. Nylander. Bobbling pass, so he has to stop up. Willie. He's out there with Austin now. Shot! That goes off target. McCabe. Nylander steals it from Riley, then gives it to him. Tries to give it to Matthews, loses it, and this is going to be a clean break. Drake Batherson stopped by Stolars. He had a hat trick on his stick, and he was stopped by Stoli. It's 5-on-5 now. Riley to Matthews. Matthews taken down. No call. Matthews. He gets up a little gingerly, doesn't he? Brady Tkachuk. Stopped by Stolars, and he's going at it with Benoit. How for real are the Sabres, says C. Mills. Dude, they're real. They are real. I see a lot of similarities in the Jets and Leafs this season. High hopes and can't get it done. Thoughts? Well, and both lost a key winger. I mean, Marner and Ehlers are obviously not the same player. I want to say they were both coming off career years. But I think the thing that makes them most alike is goaltending covered up a lot of mistakes. Drew, this is for you. Skuntank? That's a horrible name for a Pokemon. Or Perugly. Do you like Skuntank or Perugly? Skuntank, because he's a skunk. He has a cool tail. All right, good answer, Drew. Does he have like poison attack? Skuntank. I know. I do need to catch up. Has Leo watched any Pokemon yet? Asks Drew. Yes, but he was too young, like, to really get into it. So, like, I'd have to restart him on it to get him into it. You know what he is watching though? Beyblade. He's watching Beyblades. Yeah. And like we got him Beyblades for Christmas. I don't know where he saw Beyblades. Like I don't know why he's into it, but he's into it. Oh, there was a poll. Best legendary bird. Moltres, 19%. Articuno, only 37%. Zapdos winning it all. 44%. 44% of you. Wrong. 19% of you dead wrong. Articuno. I'm Articuno pilled. Leafs on the power play. The Leafs are on the power play? Brady Tkachuk got the only penalty. What? Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. Benoit's never done anything wrong. Matthews, Nylander, Tavares. Sanderson being hounded by Nylander. Sanderson comes up with it, though, and the Sens will get out. Amadio going one-on-one against Riley. Will you restart Dragon Ball Z with Leo? See, I kind of feel like he's too young. Yeah, Drew said for sure. Well, if Drew says for sure, I thought you were going to be like, no. If you say for sure, then there we go. Sens get rid of it again. Stoller's way out of his net to play it, and he doesn't play it well. Stützle collides with OEL. OEL with it. Second unit, obviously. Hands it off to Michelli. Sens turn him around. No problem. If the Leafs are going to get back into the game, they have to score here. So this is basically it. Michelli. McMahon. Shot. Stop. Rebound. Stopped. Leafs might get to 20 shots, which is crazy. They're at 19 right now. That's crazy. They're almost for sure going to get to 20 shots. Cowan. Hands it to McCabe. Stetcher. Unfortunately, that puck goes out of reach. Sens get it down the ice at the perfect amount of time remaining. 2 shots on that power play, both from McMahon, and Leafs power play gets booed. 7:25 to go in the third. Get Leo an age-appropriate anime, Chainsaw Man. That sounds terrifying. What? Missed my last super chat. Oh, well, enjoy the cash. Have a good night. I did? Shay. Oh, last super chat. Have you ever done Nuzlocke with hardcore rules? I do not know what that is. Is that a Beyblade thing? Makes you think about the game in a whole new way. Best ROM hack is scared gold / storm, silver, harder trainers and battles. I've been out of Pokemon for a while, man. And that entire super chat is how I know I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. Can we please bring back Dino Riders? I'm all for bringing all of it back. Look up the Galar birds before dissing Zapdos. Okay, fair enough. Be sure to start over at Raditz again every season. 100%. Steve, remember Zonies? The Leafs don't. The Leafs do not do Zonies. Point Pele is the best spot for birds. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely need to. I took one of my best bird photos there. Interesting. Catch Snorlax. Oh, yeah, Snorlax was often one of my guys. Teach him Hyperbeam. Make goalie, profit. Off the post from the Sens. Ovi scores again to cut the Habs lead to 2, says Francois Labelle. All right. 6:23 to go in the third. Leafs in their own end, like they've been basically the entire night. What a mess of a line change, too. Like, Carlo to Riley down the ice. They're lucky it's not icing. Spence. Almost run into by Joshua. A lot of almost going around tonight. OEL. Benoit. Nice. Bobbling puck. Swacks it into the send zone out of frustration. Thoughts on Danhausen now cursing WWE? Oh, they're doomed. That's AEW all the way. Stützle. That pass is broken up. Send stick with it, though. Benny. Leafs don't have the puck. 5:25 to go in the third. You're down 3. It's gross. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. McCabe, Michelli. Ghost Bear 3-point night, says Dancing Bear. Let's go. What a renaissance. Riley. in his own end. 4:44 to go in the third with the puck on 44's stick. He gives it to Michelli, who's done nothing with the puck all night. He gives it to Carlo. Shot! That was a shot assist. Stopped by Allmark. Cowan. That is an actual thing people track. Tavares. Cowan. Can't get it to anyone. Here come the Sens. Ridley Gregg run into by McMahon. Cowan. Matthews. Matthews tries to find McMahon. His pass is intercepted. That's going to be icing against the Sens. No, it's not. They wave it off. Matthews hands it off to McCabe. Up the ice to a streaking William Nylander. Leafs might have something here. Nope. Nylander. McCabe. That's off the side of the net. Wah is out there with Matthews and Nylander. For sure, dude. Matthews. To Carlo. Bomb. Where does that go? Above the net. Nylander. Clevin has it. Wah runs him over, and he's down and hurt. He's trying to get up. He gets up. I think he might be winded. We got a whistle. Is that a penalty? Morgan Riley's heading off. Clevin bleeding from the face here. Oh my God. Wah just ran him right into the boards. I have no idea what Riley's going to the box for, but any chance the Leafs had of coming back. Dead. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. From Total Malarkey. Steve, Canada has 453 bird species. Which one is your 136th favorite? There's no way it's only 453. There's no way. I'm almost positive it's more than that. Like, I've already got, let me open my Merlin app. I have exactly, so I found a bird. Actually, I found a couple birds. A hairy woodpecker and an eastern towhee. Towhee? This thing. That brings me to 80 species of bird that I've either seen or heard in less than a calendar year of using this. You're telling me there's 453 bird species. I've already found 80 of them. I don't know. This team is almost as bad as broken spaghetti, says Robar. Oh! Douglas Sider, welcome to SDP VIP. Riley in the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Sens on the power play. Stützle. Brady Tkachuk, fans on that, and it's covered up by Stolars. 3:05 to go in the third. Oh, they're finally showing the penalty. Just a retaliation from Riley against Pinto. One-timer stopped. Sens have two guys on Hattie watch right now as the Leafs get rid of it. 1:40 to go in this penalty kill. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Talking about this team over the next week is going to be fascinating. Sens have to go get it again. Shots 39 to 22. Favorite bird you've seen? This game sucks. I still really like the belted kingfisher. I was pretty proud of my great heron. Is that what it was called? Owls are a bit of a white whale for me. From Canadian government website, the State of Canada's Bird 2024 report provides accessible scientific insight into the population status of 463 bird species that occur regularly in Canada. Good read. Well, I'll be damned. Shabbat. Giroux. Shut off the post. $90 seconds to go in the third. Biggest surprise to me is cackling goose. They come to Colorado in the winter. Not going to lie, I thought they were Canada geese. Cackling goose. I want to see this. Sens in front. Pinto is blocked. Leafs kill it off. 1:15 to tie it. They're down 3. If you just joined. Zetterland. Hard around. We get a whistle. 1 minute to go in the third. Any stories from the zoo where animals attacked people? This game is brutal. Yes. Not a customer, though. Never once saw a zoo animal attack a customer. One time I saw an eagle. There was an eagle that was at the front of the zoo, and people would always go, oh, that's terrible that they would keep it in a cage like that. It had a broken wing. It couldn't fly. It was rescued from the side of the road somewhere in the States. I don't remember where. Its name was Meeksy. And customers would always screw with Meeksy's enclosure, even though there was a sort of a chain basically being like, don't go here. And a customer I could see in the distance from where I was working was literally shaking the cage. Easton Cowan, breakaway. He stopped. Give him a penalty shot. You suck. Anyway, they were literally shaking the cage. And I run over. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, look. And the keeper was like holding Meeksy at bay with like a log they found in the enclosure, basically trying to create distance between themselves and this bald eagle. And they got out of there fine, but they had a gash on their chest that was pretty big. Blockered by Stolars. And that's it for this game. $40-23 are the final shots, and it was so much worse than that. The Sens win 5-2 over the Leafs. Suzuki empty net goal, 5-2 Habs with 2:23 to go. Thank you very much, Francois Labelle. Sports Talk Chud. Is the future still teal? Because it looks mid right now. What? You mean the future of the Sharks or the Leafs? The future is definitely teal. The future ain't blue. Not right now. GG, Steve, you're a beauty, bud. See you next time. You're a beauty, Thomas. Thank you. The best part is they flock together. I must see this bird. Suzuki empty net goal. Oh, I already did that. Can't stand to watch the games anymore. Just STPN. You know what? We're here for you, bud. Does Berube still have a job tomorrow morning? He shouldn't. I am watching Capitals Habs. Yeah, no. Yeah, Drew is making a point because we're watching the last 2 minutes of Habs Capitals. The Caps blue helmets look really stupid. I don't like them. Do you think it'd be better if it was red? Or should they just go white? Yeah, just be white. No, red I think would look worse. And that's an empty netter for Montreal, Jake Evans. makes it 6-2. The Caps season is going nowhere violently. Yeah. This is the team I'll be following in the playoffs, I assume. Unless the Leafs somehow make it, Drew, I'll probably be doing Habs games. But the fact that we will potentially have a Blue Sabres series is so funny. We gotta lean into that somehow. Have you ever thought about doing videos of your all-time favorite players from each franchise, like the hockey guy has done? It's an interesting idea. I also don't want to I don't want to rip him off, you know? Habs jumped to second in the Atlantic Division with that win. So saith producer Drew. So it would be Habs Buffalo. Oh my God. I can't believe. Imagine if my prophecy of streaming Sabres games comes true. That would be pretty fun, wouldn't it? Honest question. Are the guys checked out on the season and not trying anymore, or are they still trying and just kind of this bad? Yes. On a summer job, I had to deal with a bear on the beach twice within the span of a weekend. Turns out idiots were feeding the bears, including beer. Oh, yeah, we want drunk bears for sure. The hell are you doing? Is bottom 5 even achievable? What are we hoping for, dude? This is what I pointed out before the Olympics. I don't think they can bottom out. They can lose every game for the rest of the season. Well, no, if they lose every game for the rest of the season, they'll be there. But like they're well up on a lot of the basement dwellers of the league. Yeah, so Drew just pointing out they're 9 points up on bottom 5. They're closer to the playoffs than bottom 5, but they're far away from both. Justin Fisher pointing out the Leafs could finish top 5 due to the lottery. Please. Didn't you have the Caps winning the Metro in your preseason predictions? I think I did. Dude. Not only did the USA win gold, but we also have 1,100 confirmed bird species. Sorry, Canada. Good night. That's crazy. That's so many birds. Damn it. You've been talking about Pokemon so much. Now I'm getting Pokemon ads on YouTube. That's nuts. That's crazy. Love that, though. Well, that game stunk butt. Let's make an LFR about it. My friends, it was fun. That is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. If this team doesn't sell, I'm going to lose my mind.